Right, as you all know, we're in Yorkshire. We got a little guest just came to laugh at all my yellow tools. There he is, hide and seek champion 2022. Yo, welcome. Welcome back. Rewire starting today, and we are in Yorkshire, Liver's Edge to be exact. So quite far from home. Ryan's just getting some basket off the van. Struggling. That we've had to collect this morning from DX Delivery, who had an absolute nightmare, and we've still not got everything. There's a box missing. We had to go and collect it ourselves because he said attempted delivery card left. When we checked on the camera, the guy just pulled up outside and took a picture of the house. He didn't even get out of his van and just drove off. So yeah, DX Delivery, not using them again, or anyone that does use them. Right, anyway, rewiring a bungalow. So you think it'd be nice and quick, but it's in fact got so much stuff in there. It's possibly, in terms of accessories and stuff, it's probably the biggest rewire we've ever had, to be honest. Would you say so, Ryan? It's got a lot in there, so I'll show you in a minute. We've got a lot going in there. We've also got a garage to take down this catenary wire, and we're going to go underground. Nice with the catenary wire, awful with the 2.5, but look at that view. Anyway, let's go and have a quick run through the inside, why we've got a cable basket as well, stuff like that. At the minute, the main intake cupboard is there somewhere. Oh, that's the gas, it's there. And the fuse box consumer unit is under the sink. But we're going to move that, completely relocate it. So this is the kitchen. Customers kindly drew everywhere where sockets are wanted or needed, whatever. So yeah, fridge freezer, extractor fan, which we're going to duct in a very cool way, so watch the video and you'll find out. Cooker, microwave and a tall unit, hob, dishwasher, washing machine, 4 downlights, switch, double switch, one for the spotlights in here, one for an up and down light outside. The consumer unit at the minute is there underneath the sink, which is a bit stupid, so, and the intake cupboard's obviously on the outside. We're going to relocate that into this cupboard, which is now spare, which I'll show you. Customer's built a nice little wall. He's left us a kettle and a little fridge, which is awesome, thank you very much. There, sockets, two-way switching for this room, and a pendant, or this, what the customer supplied. Got a little porch with a light, a pendant, a switch, which is 2-gang to do an up and down light again outside. We have got underfloor access here, but 99% of the wiring is going to be above. So we've got cable basket, and what we're going to do in the loft, we've got a boarded out walkway through the middle, and then it's clear on both sides. So we're going to run basket straight down both sides of the walkway, and we're going to run our data, coax and power, everything through the basket. So if we're coming from this, for example, from this pendant to this switch, we'll be running across the joist, along the basket, above, across this joist and drop it down. So everything's going to be on the basket, which should be nice and easy for everyone in future, as well as looking nice and neat. 2 double sockets, TV and data. We've got TV and data in pretty much every room. We've got a spur for a fireplace. Bathroom, we've got 2-gang switch here. We've got 4 spots in the bathroom. An inline fan, which we're going to move to there and put 4 lights there. Shaver socket, fan isolator, 2 downlights in this hallway, and a smoke detector, of course. This room's a pretty cool one. This is going to be a cinema room. So we've got plenty of sockets, and then we've got a double socket up high in the corner for a motorised screen to drop down, and a double socket in the centre here for the projector to plug into. And again, we've got, I'm sure we've got data in here somewhere, have we? Yeah, that's it here. Double socket, data, TV. Like I say, we can get under the floor, which is the way we're going to be wiring for the garage. We're going to wire that down under and out onto the garage underground instead. So anyway, you know that, you catch the drift of that. Let's see in here, this is where the boiler was, but it's now been moved. So obviously it's quite small, so the boiler came right up to about here before, so now it's gone, it's now in the loft. and we can fit consumer unit there, we can trunk straight up, straight down, and wire all our data back to here. One of them's an armoured Cat 6, that's going to the garage. All the TV points are just getting wired back into the loft on the back wall for someone else to come and do an aerial and a splitter or booster or whatever they do. Magic. So yeah, stay tuned. I hope you enjoy this video, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. The first thing we're going to do, me and Ryan, we're going to set the lasers up there. You can see Cigman lasers. Set them up everywhere, throughout every room, cut out every box. If any walls need chasing, we'll chase everything out. Most of them are stud, but it's that cardboard stuff inside. Obviously external walls are brick, so we'll chase it all out. Oh, that one's been boarded up on it, that's why. Brick there. Oh, you had to put it on the brick, didn't you? Nice one. So yeah, it's a little bit late. We'll probably stay over in Yorkshire for the next 2 nights, just so we're not travelling so much and getting here a little bit later than necessary. So yeah, let's get set up, let's get sorted. There's the basket. Don't use DX delivery, absolute nightmares they were. And yeah, let's go. So I'm just looking at the old board, just ready to turn off and rip out. It'd be nice for us to keep the lights on at least, so that, because we're going to spend a lot of time in this loft, so there is 2 loft lights up there already. So of course I'd like to just leave them on so it's easy for us, so I'm just figuring out what we can do. But what I was like to show you is this MK. I've never seen an MK, these type 2s, fuse board consumer units before. Usually see this pretty much same style but wireless. I've never ever seen MK version. Let us know, have you ever seen them? Oh, this big old RCD main switch. Yeah, MK. So we've got 2 lighting circuits, socket circuit with something spurred off, a water heater, and then the cooker in the garage, both off the same MCB. Right, and I thought I'd just give you a quick update of where we're up to. Right, basically we've just come round now, ripped everything out completely, all completely gone. Ryan's ripped out loads and loads of cabling from the loft. I think he's pretty much took everything out. So any cabling that's left is under the floor, and we're not doing much under the floor. Ripped out all that. Boards go in there somewhere. Might even try and cover that, at least that hole with it. All gone. So the only cabling we've got going under the floor is a split concentric to bring the feed to the new board there. I'm going to take that under. An armoured cable going under and out to the garage, and another armoured from this side of the wall, which is going to be an armoured Cat 6. That's also going to the garage. Don't know why I keep talking like this, because I don't do that in real life, just doing that on camera. No idea why. So yeah, anyway, like I said, we've just completely ripped everything out now. Ordered McDonald's to the door because we are greedy. But yeah, all gone. So, oh no, look. Left it in. Little temp board set up there with our extensions, and then said I wanted to keep the lights in the loft on, and if you follow this extension lead, might even be able to show you with the extendable pole somewhere. I can't see what you can see now. Don't know, I'm talking louder, the microphone's on my chest, but I don't know what you're looking at. But Ryan has put a plug top on the lights up there and just plugged it in so we can use it. So yeah, say what you want about Ryan, but he might be slow, but he's rough. I guess we'll find out if he watches these videos now. Oh, well, he heard that bit, so now he's definitely going to watch the videos now, and that'll be the food. One moment. Right, starting to box out, or cut out at least. So we just set the laser up, so customers asked for the sockets to be, and I'll just show you this. 360 to the bottom, so we stick a mark, 360 in the room that we're in. There's a mark over there as well. Stick the laser up, ping it round anywhere, and then we can go and mark out our boxes. So they're pretty much bang on them anyway there. So that one's there, pretty much bang on. Customer's done this for us by the looks of it. Cigman Laser, green one, rechargeable, decent laser. I'll stick a link in the description for this beast. So Yeah, I assume he's just used the tape measure off the floor, so obviously they're not all exact, but once we stick the laser around, we'll mark them out exact. And we've got a switch there, because the door's going to get hung the other way. And then we'll cut them out, and then we'll get a chaser out for these brick walls, chase them straight up. There he is, hide and seek champion 2022. So far, we've not boxed anything out in the kitchen actually. Cut down lights out, floor in there. What's that noise? Oh, my phone. God, my phone's got a sound on it. I've had my phone on silent since 18 years ago. Yeah, so pretty much started cutting out every box, boxing out everywhere. They're ours, the higher ones are ours. Cutting, that's gone. Oh, I've cut this switch out actually. Of course I have. Fan isolator, there's no point me showing you cutting boxes out, is there? I'll probably get a few of the raw clips doing some chases up the wall. That obviously I cut out looks quiet on the skew, but it isn't. It's the pen marks that are the customer drawn on that are not straight as such. No disrespect, I'm not trying to throw in a little sly dig there, by the way, Scott, if you're watching. A little funny thing, a little story. I was talking to this customer via email. Obviously, before we quoted this job, and I seen his name was Scott, and blah de blah. Couple of emails, and then I realised at the end of every email, or within the email, sorry, I was saying blah de blah, thank this, that and the other, Steve, cheers Steve, thanks Steve. I was like, I noticed it when I'd read one of the replies. I was like, I'm so sorry for calling you Steve, I knew your name was Scott. And then he started calling me Nick Bundy. Yeah, like I say, we're up to cutting all boxes out and stuff. I've moved, the customer sort of drew them sockets there, same in all 3 bedrooms. Now I'm really hoping that there wasn't a reason for that, but I've just done them so they're in line with the switch on the sides, so I've budged it over this way. Hopefully there's no reason for that. Like I say, same for this one, so he's drew the socket there, but I've just moved them so that that edge is in line with the switches in each room, because I think it'll look neater. Well, it will look neater. So we're going to have, again, he sort of drew TV, Cat 6 and a socket on, but we'll get Cat 6 and a TV in one media mod. Every back box that we're going to use on this job is all 35mm, and if you look, Ryan's been very pleasant with the chasing out there, so we're probably at about 45mm. So there's no issues with you ever, if the customer's watching, if you're ever want to put USB sockets on or smart switches or anything that's got a nice dimmers, stuff like that, you'll be able to get it in, because we'll use 35 or more every single time. That's our new thing, that's what we do now. No messing about with those 25mm. It's getting about 4:15 or so, which is a bit late. But we didn't get here till gone 10 o'clock because of that palaver we had with DX. With the basket, and like I said, we've still not got the rest of it, so we can't fit a basket anyway. So we're probably going to head home soon, because we've got a good over an hour drive, probably more with traffic. God, this is why I don't have my phone on loud. One moment. Hello?
Where's the hot tub testing strips?
I don't know, they should be under the sink.
I've looked everywhere.
Don't know then, I've not seen them. You had them last, I never use them.
Bye.
Bye. Anyway, what was I saying? I should start holding the camera up a bit more, shouldn't I? Yeah, so I'll probably be setting off soon, and then tomorrow, which is Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to stay in a hotel down the road just so I don't have to spend over an hour driving each day, and it means we'll be able to work a little bit earlier and work a little bit later, get it done faster. We are only first fixing this job this week anyway, so there's not like a massive rush. We're not trying to get it all done in a week and second fix and everything, which just means we can take a bit more time getting it absolutely spot on. So yeah, chasing these out. Right, yeah, I'll get you a few raw clips with a Metabo doing the chases up and the Cigman Laser to keep it level. And then hopefully we'll show you the awesome loft, because it's a great little loft. It's not even a little loft, it's absolutely massive. Look how long this is. Beast! Right, we're back again, quite late. It's well gone 10 o'clock again, because where have you put that box, Ryan? We had to go back to that DX delivery to get the rest of the basket stuff, because they didn't deliver it yesterday like they're supposed to. Look at the state of that. Look at that, what they've been doing to it. But there it is, we've got it now. Crack on and get it done. So first we're going to be chasing the walls that need chasing with the Metabo and the Hoover. So the external walls basically. So I'll show you some of that, and then we'll jump in the loft and do the basket and die from heat exhaustion. Right, so this is how we chase our walls. We set the laser up, Cigman, link in the description. Basically, obviously we don't need these lines, that's just because I've not bothered turning them off. Set that up, the laser up, so it runs along the side of that Metabo, triple blade. Sorry for the noise. And that's that done. Obviously that socket there's the old socket, that's our new one there. Well, it will be. Nice and clean, nice and straight with the using the laser. And we just need to drill up then and into the loft. So we're just going to do that multiple times. And then jump in the loft and do the containment, which I'll show you. Right, Ryan's just chasing them up to the ceiling, so hopefully the noise isn't too bad. I'm going to show you what I do to chase walls out like this. Obviously our sockets that I've cut round that with first layer of plaster just with a multi-tool. It just gives it a bit of a sharper edge and avoids any more just splitting off the sides. I'd actually normally use a scotch chisel, but this time I'm using this one. So what I'll do is I'll just take that first layer of plaster off first. Trying to shut the door so you can't hear that music on the video. And then, after that, I've got my 35mm box with me, obviously. It needs to go a little bit deeper than that. So what I'll do is I'll just slowly take off bits. I don't go mad, don't go in there mad. Just take off little bits at a time until it's deep enough. I always make sure the corners come out because they can trick you. And then, obviously, you want that back to be as flat as possible, which it is. You don't want big deep spots because you just can't get fixings in. Check on the depth again. We just stick your back there so we can use 2 hands. So we're just catching on a corner somewhere there. It's not the depth, I don't think. It's a corner. Is it that one? And that's pretty much perfectly flush. Now it looks uneven, but that's because that box above it is drawn unevenly. That wasn't me. A little bit in the middle there. Just flatten the back out because it was sort of rocking side to side. It is beautiful. So yeah, nice and flush, nice and level. Like I said, it don't look level just because that's throwing you off. That's the customer drew that on. Just to show the positions, it's not level. The box is level. Obviously a couple of red plug screws and then I'll be in next to chase up and we're done. So it's the same thing, rinse and repeat over and over again, multiple times, and then we're done. I keep promising you the basket and I've still not got up to it yet. Keep getting carried away. So next thing we're going to do, split concentric cable. If you've not seen it before, I'll show you in a bit more detail later on in the video. We're pulling that from the main main incomer, under the floor. Poor Ryan's going in there now. Always pipes in the way of everything. That's going to come across under the floor, all round band it up to the underside of this floor, and it's going to come up inside that cupboard where I've just mounted the trunking and the empty shell of the consumer unit, just so we've got something to wire to. So now when we're wiring, obviously everything's going up there apart from the split con and the garage circuit. Got his pants on now, ready for deep diving. So, yeah, we got an hole down there, straight under the floor, and then we're going to have to ask DNO Tony to come all the way up to Yorkshire and just cut that off or something and put it up there out of the way, and we can fit in the switch fuse there. Right, let's start pulling this under.
It's the best way of getting in it.
Just sit down and put your legs in.
I'm fatter than you. Somehow.
Put your hands above your head.
Fucking Lord. How am I going to get back out?
The same way you got in. Left. It's better than the wet ones that you've been in, Ryan. Ryan's been under floors like this. How deep in? What, about 4 foot?
I can't see the drill bit.
It's on the wall, on the left. It's near the water pipe. There's like a waste pipe for the sink. Sends you upside down. It's over there. It's outside. It's on the outside wall. It is there because I can see it when I looked my head in before. Right, that needs to pull out and then I can send the cable in. I'll walk up to the mains board and I'll shine my little uni light in. Where are you?
What?
I'll shine my torch through the wall. Have you got enough under the floor, do you think? Oh, the battery's dying. Here.
Yeah, I can get there.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Do you need more cable?
What?
Do you need more cable or?
No.
No?
Probably not, no.
It's got to go up to the board.
Probably not, no.
Okay, go on then. What are you doing? Just having a read or something? I hear no movement. Oh, there's a huge hole here, look at that, I didn't notice that. Yeah, I was going to say go over, no, not that, it's not that hole. needs to come into this. Pardon?
Fucking spotless under here, really.
Yeah, it's decent, isn't it? Do you know what I need to get, Ryan? I need to get one of the spirit levels that the gas fitters use because it's very Picasso. Yeah, that's the hole. There's 2 holes, Ryan, but you've got to go in the front hole. That's the one. That's probably enough, Ryan. Right, that's the split con in, and Ryan's still also in. It's great having an apprentice. That wired. And if you follow me into the back bedroom,
Do you want to bring the camera over? I'll show this so you can decide if you put it in the video.
no, can't be bothered. And then the outside data and the garage supply will go out of that back wall there, and that'll take us straight under the flow.
Am I getting out there?
Yeah, get out over here, it'll be easier, won't it? This is where the customer's going to store hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds in cash. Just there. You should have got in that way. It's better. I reckon we should put the lid on or we'll end up falling in it at some point. Let me get somewhere you can see. Right, we're in the loft, ready to do the basket. It's 4 o'clock, so we don't want to be taking too long, but instead of driving home, I've just booked an hotel for the next 2 nights because I just can't be bothered driving back and forward. Wait till you see where we're staying. It's so cool. It is so cool. It's probably the best, or the strange, no, I don't want to say strange. What is it, Ryan?
Out of the ordinary.
Out of the ordinary. It is such a different hotel than you'll have ever seen before. So yeah, wait to see where we're staying and then we'll show you the basket. So this is the last thing we're doing today, and then it's over to the right, what we're planning on doing, I can't move. Let me just spin round so I can see. So you see it's a massive loft and I'm not even at one full side of it yet. We're going to run a length of basket down that side and a length down that side. Wire everything along it and across the joist when we need to. So for example, there's 2 kitchen downlights. So we'll wire from the switch, which will be there, clip along this joist, jump on the basket, across, jump in that hole, jump in that hole, and so on and so on and so on and so on. So we'll keep everything on the basket, power and data. And yeah, that's it. So let's start on this side, Ryan. Right, so that's where we're going with it. Let's try and feed, Ryan's just try and feed a length round at the back of there. Sorry about the light, or the dark, whatever you call it. So what we'll do, basically run straight to the end, leave it sat pretty much, yeah, straight on that. No, putting it right along here and then we can just clip. So obviously we want it to line up, that gap wants to line up there because that's where we'll put the basket clamps on. I don't even know if you can see that where I'm pointing, but as long as we're not, if we go right over there it won't reach, so we want to be about there, leave it just hanging off the edge. So we're just going to run it in loosely first, couple them up together, with the basket joint of couplers.
Shit, we can't. Pipes.
What about them?
They're all in the way.
They're not in the way.
Of course they are.
Where are they? I didn't see them there. I thought they were lower. Oh, they weren't there when we came to quote though, were they? Yeah, go on, just put it over the top. You can do anything you want with a basket. Is that sat on top of the pipes now?
Yeah.
So they're the...
Got the pumps pipes.
Cut the pipes away. They're the basket clamps. Usually with a bag of these, I call them clamps, the couplers. You get a little tool that helps you pull it on the basket. We've not got a full bag, so we've not actually got the tool. I have got the tool, but it's in my lock up miles away. So we're just going to be doing it the old school way and pulling it on with Ryan's teeth. So through there, like so, and then normally that one's always easy to get on anyway because the basket can move. Just go on there like that. Usually try and put one the opposite way to the other, and then once it's clamped down to the joist, in this case they're not going to go anywhere anyway. That's that done. So then what we'll do, we'll just make sure that we're lined up nicely there for a clamp. So yeah, we're just going to do that, moving all the way forward that way. Hopefully you can see if I set my torch like that. Can you see? Further and further along. Yes, possibly you can. Yep, so that's 2 lengths. We've got 8, 4 down each side, or it'll be about 3.5, I believe. So yeah, let's move along, Ryan, and cut them in loosely like that, and then we'll clamp it all down once we're happy with where it's going. First up, best dressed, I suppose, but let's sort that out. I'm sweating up here, I am. Just building this little bridge over the top of these pipes there, as you can see. Obviously once it stopped bouncing around, it's clamped down, it'll look a little bit better, but it's bloody hot up here. So now I'm basically just gonna, now that we've got the 2 runs in, basically just pinning them down with them basket, I think they're called basket hangers, because what you'd normally do is you'd have like an M6 rod and you'd have it like that dangling from some, or an M8 rod, whatever, but we're using them as tie downs or clamps or whatever. Basically a basket version of a washer like that, which holds them down. I'll show you one. I really wanted to film more of this and what we're doing, but it's just so hot. I just want to get it done and get out of here. It's too hot. But I'll show you one. I'll take one to the team. That goes on there, like that. And that's it, and that just holds the basket tight. We don't need them on every single joist. Maybe just every other one I'll do. There's no need to be putting them on every joist. So yeah, that's what I'll do. As you can see, that just holds it down nice and tight. And that's that, power and data and coax. It's looking good, it's looking good. Basket's all done down that side. We've even got, if this torch will work for you for 1 minute, we've even got the little segregator, I don't know how good you can see it, little segregator just to put the data on one side of its own. That's that stuff there. So that just slots on the basket like that. Let me try to get a good shot of that. Just slots on the basket and it just gives it that little segregation. From power to data, not lying, no, it's an absolute pain to fit on that stuff. Little bridge over them pipes, Ryan's just done that side. And yeah, it's so bloody hot up here though. Look at that view. Let's go and see our hotel for the next couple of nights.
Then turn left onto Liversedge Hall Lane.
Look how steep it is round here. Wouldn't like to be the postman, would you? Our Pat with legs are like stone. Ryan's fuming. Oh no. Right, cameraman, put that down. Here we are. Check this out then.
Well, this is different.
Better than a travel lodge.
Care to explain what this is, Sean?
We'll go for a little walk around the grounds in a minute and show everyone. Oh, well that's not good, Ryan. It's going to be a cosy night. It's going to be a cosy one. I mean, look at it. Look at this place. Look at these old school windows, like proper iron or whatever. Solid they are. Originals, look. Lead as well. We can't have lead in Manchester anymore. That won't last 5 minutes. Check it out. This is awesome. It's a monastery, and it's actually a working monastery. That's where the brothers live, apparently. Well, yeah, they do. I know they do. That's what they told me. Unfortunately, they only had a double bed available for us to book, so we did it. We could have gone to like a Premier Inn or something, but this is way cooler. Way cooler. I'm going to walk around the grounds. It's absolutely huge and show you that as well once Ryan's had a shower. Right, we're back on the job. Sorry I didn't show you around the monastery gardens last night. It was a bit late, and then it was a bit late by the time we had something to eat and all that. It was dark, and then it was let me just clear the lens. It was dark, and then it absolutely hammered it down, so I weren't showing you. I weren't walking around. I'm not that committed, unfortunately, but yeah, tonight I'll definitely show you. So just stick around till a bit further to the end of this video, and we'll get there. Started wiring now. We're starting with the sockets. So obviously the sockets, I'm splitting it into 3 circuits, so as we usually would. Kitchen sockets, living room, dining room sockets, and then bedroom sort of sockets. Obviously there's no upstairs and downstairs sockets. So yeah, Ryan's up in the loft running along them baskets. We're just running in and out, stapling these ones in now, just above us with a DeWalt stapler. We're up to there, so we've basically gone from the fuse board, drop down there, up along the joist, down there, back up, along over to here, along the basket, cross to that one, down, back up, and I'm just waiting for him to pull the length over, and then we're coming over to this socket, which I've sent this cable tongue. It's not the super rod one, this is the CK one. It's quite handy for the loft actually, because when it goes up in the dark, it glows in the dark, so it's a lot easier to see. And it's more than half the price of the super rod one. It's exactly the same thing, it's basically just a piece of plastic in it, so I don't think any of them are better than each other. In fact, I do, that one's better because it's cheaper. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Don't hear any stapling, Ryan. Enough. Oh, there you go. Never mind. What else have we got to show you? Oh, the cable segregator, not using it is an absolute pain. It's so awkward up there on them baskets because they're flat to the joists. Obviously normally you put a basket up and it'd be hanging or something, so you can slide the little teeth in. Them, no chance, because the joists are every 400 or something. It's not happening, so I'm not putting it on. It's a bit overkill anyway, and I know they talk about, oh, you get interference, but it's not like they're going to be running right next to each other. They're not going to be bundled together. We're going to have data tied right to one side of the basket, power tied right to the other. There's going to be a gap in the middle, like 80 mils or something. Like I say, over the distance of a house, it's not going to happen. You may get interference on data if it's running 100 metres through the middle of a school, maybe, and there's like 300 amps of power cables all piling next to it in an house with a couple of lights switched on at about half an amp next to a data cable for 2 metres. Never going to happen. So I'm not using it. Slate me in the comments if you must. I shall take it. Yeah, that's where we're up to. It was a great place, that monastery. Anyway, absolute brilliant place. So cool, so cool. If anyone lives near this part of Yorkshire and you've not been there, go and stay for one night. It's just great. So yeah, tomorrow I'll show you. Ryan's up in the loft. We're just wiring the other set of sockets. So first thing I need to do, sorry for the sound, is that there's a socket here at the bottom, so I need to cut a section out because I've got wood at the top, so I need to drill them out. So here we go. Phone's ringing. And then just grab the tongue so he knows where it is. He's just pulling that cable up off the drum up to there and over to this socket here. See that? Yeah. So now what he'll do is he'll tape the other end of that. I don't know if you can see me or not. Tape the other end of that onto there, and then I'll also poke up that same hole, another cable. So while I pull that one down, he can pull this one up, take it over to the next socket, which that's what I was saying about the start of the show. Yeah, that's what I was saying about the glow in the dark tongue. I think it's called a glowworm actually. Yeah, it is CK glowworm. When you poke it up, stuff like that, because it's glowing, you can easily see it up in the loft. And now we just wait for him. Right, we're on to the kitchen wiring. So we've got 2 radials for the oven and microwave. Microwave may not need it, but a lot of them are over 2 kilowatts now, so they need their own circuit. Hob, which is going to be go inside the cupboard next to the hob because there's a set of drawers next to it, and it's always extremely awkward and stupid to put it behind the drawers. Sometimes they just won't fit anyway. And this is the ring that we started wiring. So when we, obviously that's not a socket anymore, that's getting blocked off. But what we do when we're dropping down walls in kitchens, Nick, I hope you're listening. Sorry. Not sorry. So we know there's a wall unit there, so instead of going right where the brackets would go, we'll go in the middle of the units. Same thing sort of for this, so we know there's a unit going there, 600 mil, so instead of putting it right on the very edge, we'll make sure we're in the middle, and then there's no chance of any hangers hitting the cable. Same as there, see what I mean, with a hob cable, hanger there. So yeah, we won't do that. Mine's just dropping one leg down to this socket here. Right, this little porch area has been a bit of a nightmare because this is all completely inaccessible from inside the loft. So to wire the outside light, this one, massive long drill bit, and it's almost vertical all the way up and into the loft, and then it's just some serious fishing to get down to the switch. There is extremely hard work because, like I said, this is completely inaccessible for some reason. If you see, the actual only bit of the loft that's accessible is from there onwards, this bit. Serious fishing. We've got one more of them to do, and we've drilled up, and that's in the loft. This one should be nice and easy though. Straight up, cables there ready, just waiting for him to hurry up and get in the loft and pull it with his hook. Right, as you all know, we're in Yorkshire. We got a little guest just came to laugh at all my yellow tools.
Your muffin.
Yeah, he brought us a cake as well.
Nice.
See, you
gotta
don't
keep
get
them
that kind of hospitality from them southerners, do you? Nick Bundy got me nothing.
And you've been taking the cat meals, haven't you, in Yorkshire?
Yeah, bit hilly innit round here. You must go through some brake pads though, like seriously.
Yeah.
I've not changed the brake pads on that van since I had it, I don't think. But I'll have to get some new ones now just from driving around Yorkshire like that everywhere.
Speed bumps are awful. We just left that job, went over a speed bump. I think my engine just fell out of that.
Yeah, I noticed the speed bumps, they're the same colour as the road.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen near me. They're a different colour. Everywhere around here, if the road's black, the speed bumps are black and you can't see them. And obviously I don't know the area, so I don't know the speed bumps. I'm flying over them and trying to go going dead fast anyway because I'm going downhill. And then all of a sudden, speed bump, nightmare.
Like it.
But yeah, go
Nice
subscribe to Finney. We are now back where we're sleeping in Yorkshire, and it's at a monastery. It's been a couple of days since I said I was going to show you this place. Fortunately, I've only just got the camera out to do it. What I'll do is I'll give you a little walk around the grounds that we're staying on. It's absolutely amazing. So if you're ever anywhere near Mirfield in Yorkshire, come and check it out. It's so cool. But yeah, parking here. That's the building we're staying in. And this is the brothers' building, so where they stay. My road mic batteries are ready to go. So if I have to switch over to the microphone on the media mod and it sounds different, I do apologise. They've got a little allotment kind of thing going on here where they a lot of fruit and veg, stuff like that. They've got 22 acres, it's awesome, and I'll show you some bits and bobs of it, but I'm not going to be able to show it you all. You'll have to come and visit if you want to see it. Let's go through this way. Let's go this way. Got a nice rose garden here with a pond with some koi in it. Look at it, lovely place. Right, I'm going to head straight over through here, through the orchard. Now we're inside the actual apple orchard. Loads and loads of lovely apples here, lovely. And I mean, amazing. We may or may not have already eaten one or two of them. Yeah, some pink ladies over there, beautiful they are. Right, where am I heading next? As you can see, still part of say that was the building I just shown you in the beginning. It goes right round, massive. It is huge, honestly. You won't believe how cool this place is. Just leaving the apple place. No idea what this field's for or what it gets used for, but it's huge. It's like a little shed over there with just one seat. All the trees are numbered as well. Don't know why that is. If anyone does know, drop a comment. But if I see any of the brothers walking around, I'm going to ask them that because it's been playing on my mind. I do really need to know. Right, I've had to switch over to the media mod now, so hopefully the sound is still okay. But yeah, this is all part of the church. There's massive drop down there. You can go down, not you can. There's a way down. I'm not going that way today, but yeah, I went down there last night and there's some steps going up. It's so cool. I can't stress how cool it is. Look how peaceful and quiet it is. Imagine this was your back garden. I'm going to head over here. Next time I come across something cool, I'm going to show it you. It's just little pews everywhere as well. This cemetery here as well. I don't know if I should film that bit of cemetery, but it's a bit disrespectful. But yeah, this little cemetery here, I asked one of the brothers last night about this and they told me this is the graves of every brother that has, or every brethren, or whatever they call them, every one of them that has been a part of this community since it first began 125 years ago. Massive drop down here. You couldn't say you can, where I said to go a minute ago, you can go down, follow this, but it looks like where they dump all the grass. grass shavings, that. So yeah, better not step on it too much, it's all soft, I'll go with it. So just coming through the cemetery part over to this. Another nice little seating area. Or whatever you... don't know. It seems they do a lot of sitting down and relaxing. Big statue. Which way am I going? Let's go this way. Look at that view. Like I say, we've been here a couple of nights already, so I've ventured all over the place so far, but you keep coming across other places. As you walk in, you always come to a point where you go, shall I go this way or shall I go this way? And we're going this way because there is something pretty cool down here I want to show you. And here it is. You can't see it much from here, but let's make our way down. And here we are. What the hell is that screaming? Just one sec. No idea, someone's screaming very loudly. But yeah, look at this. As you go down, like there's this platform, and like there's little entrances like round the back of that, and little doorways all around it. It's like a little theatre style thing. And then there's like a road that leads out to some giant gates that way, and they use this now to do a lot of teaching and speaking. So like politicians will come and do a speech on here for students of the community, because they do have a college here as well where you'd come to be ordained as a priest. So yeah, you don't go to university or anything, you come to a place like this and live amongst them. And then as you head through the forests here as well, there's a big scary green shed and lots of rustling in bushes. So I'm going to head from here. I don't know how good the quality of this video is now because of the darkness, but yeah, there's I'm going to head down down to the bottom of this, and then there's some stairs back up to the main gardens area. So those are the gates that I was talking about, like big gates, ancient, aren't they? 100-year-old or something. And then there's like a road that runs through, and this then runs through to the theatre up a slope. So imagine it's to get vehicles in and out or whatever. So the stairs around here somewhere. If I can find them, basically gotta get back up to the top of there. Where were the stairs? I'm sure there is somewhere. Is that them? Where were the stairs going into this place? Should I have a look in there? Not gonna lie, it's a bit freaky, a bit spooky that bit, isn't it? But let's have a look. Oh, I just got stung. Put my torch on my phone so we can see. But anyway, here's the stairs. Here's the stairs. It's a bit dark in there, isn't it? It's brilliant. The history of this place is amazing. Completely not electrical related, I know. So if you want to skip past it, feel free, skip past. But yeah, heading back up with loads of nettle stings on my legs. And then we come back up to the main gardens area. So he was on the other side of that church before we went down there. God, I'm out of breath. And this is the college and stuff this side. I said we're now on the other side of the church from earlier on. Look at the place, it's just awesome. I'm gonna head up to the main entrance of the church and have a look around, so I'm gonna turn the camera off. Like I said, there's just little pathways and all sorts all over the place. It's just so cool. Sorry, I've said that so many times now. And then as you obviously they're getting a bit of work done as well, so it's not in its full glory, but as you leave the church area, you come to some lovely gardens, lovely place. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head over to this little seating area. I'm just going to sit in a bit of silence. Hope you enjoyed this video, and it's been great. We've certainly enjoyed filming it. We've certainly enjoyed the job. It's been a brilliant job. We got to meet Finney from Finney Electrical, as you've seen. We got to stay in this wonderful monastery. Stuff like this you don't see in Salford, Manchester, do you? So you definitely don't see lead on windows anyway. But yeah, we've spoke, like I said, we bumped into one of the brothers who was walking around the grounds of this monastery last night, and we spoke to him. We stood and spoke to him for over 2 hours. So yeah, it's been an interesting job, and it's been something a bit different for us anyway, and we really did enjoy it. And if you ever get the chance to come and stay at like a monastery like this, I highly suggest you do it. You don't have to be religious or anything like that. It's just been a great thing. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, because it boosts the channel and boosts the growth of the channel, and I massively appreciate it. And if we get to them 10,000 subscribers by Christmas, which is obviously never going to happen, Ryan's going to let me cut his ponytail off on camera. See you on the next one. Good night.